Good evening and welcome to Backseat Drivers number 32, the Lorenzo Salvadori edition. Apparently he races a Aprilia in MotoGP.
Are we that desperate that we don't even have F1 drivers for number 32?
There's no 32. Next week is a big one. But
33. Hey.
Yeah. Hashtag 33.
Oh, look, Dave, look who it is. Finally, after his 4 months holiday, not doing anything.
Finally back.
It's everyone's favourite slacker who doesn't take this seriously. It's
Sorry.
Rob.
It's Holiday Rob.
Yeah, I know.
Rob, yes.
He tells us he was working, but whether you believe it or not.
I took photos to show work that I did stuff.
Work, I need to go to England. I'm totally doing work over there. By the way, can I have a couple of nights off? I'm going to the Premier League and other sporting events.
We were supposed to go see a Manchester game, but there was none on the weekend I was up there. I was very disappointed. I wanted to headbutt someone.
Oh, that's because the Queen left us a public holiday in her will, and you got screwed.
Yeah. That reminds me, I do actually have a public holiday owing to me, considering I spent it in the air for work.
Is that how it works?
These people that go on holiday.
Yeah.
I was
on. If I go on holiday and Boxing Day happens to fall on it, I'm certainly not going back to my boss and saying, "Hey, boss, I missed on New Year's Day and Boxing Day and Christmas Day. How about you just hook a brother up with 3 extra days off?"
I was sick one Christmas, and it was like, well, those should have been sick days. Fat chance of getting those.
Yeah.
I did jury duty over Easter when we had RDOs. Fat chance of getting anything for those days.
Two things, Dave. You can convert your sick. Most companies will let you convert your sick days when you're on holiday. Also, simplest way to get out of jury duty: get the sheet of paper and fling. That's how I got out of it 20 years ago. I don't know if it works now.
Well, I'd written the letter that I was too important at work and whatever.
Yeah. Bullshit. Sorry.
Honestly, you're not too important at work if they're not giving you your public holidays.
Well, this is why I didn't get like those days, because if you're not here, shit doesn't happen. But then I'd written the letter so many times that basically they said, "You've used excuses too many times. You are coming to do jury duty." And then when I told my boss I've got to do it, and he's like, "Perfect, it's Easter."
Yeah. You're not going to be here anyway.
So, Dave, when you wrote that letter, how did you write that with a straight face, saying, "My name is Dave. I'm a very important man. I have no time for the Justice League. I have better things to do."
I have to do a video stream.
This was many years ago, where I was working on a machine that, I was the only one in the company who was doing that at the time. So, if I wasn't there, it didn't happen.
Rob, he's the only one that knew how to press the any key, and he's not gonna give up those secrets to anyone else.
He was the most trustworthy with the safety guard.
Yeah, was the B in the jar. He was head B guy.
Yeah. These days, nobody would care.
No.
If I'm not there, who cares?
I still haven't even been asked to do it. I feel like I'm...
Rob, I got nailed twice.
No.
I've been asked once, and I lost the form.
Yeah.
And then they never asked me again. Oh, wait, we have a...
probably we kind of covered this last week.
But also, we'll reiterate, what's stopping Mr. Blessed with his, big talk? Because it wouldn't cost much to do.
But the way they've done it this year that's the issue, I think. Because they were supposed to go to COTA in Mexico. And then I think maybe Abu Dhabi is going to be the last round.
Yep.
They're all flyaways. It's expensive to do that, especially when it's essentially self-funded.
Yeah, but if they're going to COTA and a whole bunch, and I don't know, 20 other motorists are also going, why couldn't they just tag along?
Formula One is very well set up that it goes on X amount of planes or whatever.
Yeah.
So then it would be another plane.
Yeah, but if they can organise 20 drivers, 20 cars and stuff, I'm pretty sure that they can organise another plane.
Oh yeah, they could, but it's the cost of it is in comparison. If you did just purely European rounds that you could drive to,
Oh yeah,
of a lot cheaper.
2023, just have a European vacation, Chevy Chase style. But I think to finish off the last 3 races, as a token of good faith or something, FIA should have stepped in and just said, I don't know, to either the teams, you all have to chip in, I don't know, let's say 5% over your salary cap, just like Red Bull like to do. You can all give your catering costs, and no more catering for the next couple of weeks. You can help the W series go up for a bit. It just means Max doesn't get fancy steaks for a couple of weeks.
Maybe this could be part of Red Bull's punishment. They have to fund W series for 12 months.
They'd still find a way to overfund it too, and then they'd get even more money.
Oh no, I don't know how to do maths anymore.
Yeah. What do you mean the wheels are a part of the salary? I can't afford the
just imagine Yuki Tsunoda in a wig turning up.
Max in a wig.
I can see Latifi showing up and still getting beaten.
Just on that Max in a wig, have those photos that people do on like Instabook or whatever, where this is what Max would look like as a woman or whatever, and this is what Lewis would look like. Jeez, they are like,
they're creepy.
I nearly keeps me awake at night.
I'm not sure which way you're going there, Dave, if you're getting excited about that or...
No, I'm definitely not getting excited.
Does it make you rethink some things, Dave? Do you look at your better half and say, if Max was a woman, I'd be flying over to Monaco?
It's definitely not that way.
Oh, Maxine.
It's definitely the other way.
Not for Maxine.
No, definitely not.
So basically, I feel that F1 should probably give some money to the W Series. Seeing that it's not going to, it could probably compared to everything they spend, it's a drop in the ocean. And it would look very good for them too if they, bother to pay.
Especially because it's a beta series as well.
What's it fed though? To be a feeder series, you've got
nothing right now because it can't go anywhere.
I'm starting to question whether F2's a feeder series.
Yeah. No, not really. Maybe, I don't know.
What about if they just put in combine F2 and W series into one big super series? That way, W series also gets funding by default.
Well, then you would have to pay like you would with Formula 2. That's the problem. So the females essentially they didn't have to pay for their drives. They were picked on talent or being.
Well, you could maybe just have 2 divisions. You could have Formula 2 and then Formula 2.
Well, I still think the W series should be more right. We fund 20 girls in karting, and then the best of those go to whatever. Like F4 or whatever, and then say you have 10 seats in F4 or whatever, and then you have 5 seats in F3 and 2 seats in F2 kind of thing to filter them up, and so the best ones keep filtering up.
You'd have
instead of putting them in a separate.
Yeah, you'd have it like other sports that have promotion relegation. If you're good enough.
Yeah, but the problem is at the moment, like W Series is looking at it like, say, AFLW or whatever, where it's a totally separate league. But the AFLW, you're not promoting into AFL. Like, that's not the ultimate goal of that female league.
They want a standalone product.
The goal of the W Series is to get someone into, say, Formula 1 or, to feed girls up the ladder. But it's not happening because they're off in their own little game that's got no relevance to the main thing.
Yeah, they just need to make sure that they're blended like you said,
I think they should be in and so then you will really because at the moment, really, we don't know how. Like Jamie Chadwick's won the 3 series or whatever that they've had. We don't know if she's actually any good or whether she's just.
Oh, she never had a really great because she did a bit of F3 and never really did anything fantastic in it. I don't know if she's just come a long way since then, or just the competition is just that bad. But I feel like they just need to mix them in with F2 and F3.
Yeah, just blend it up a bit. You just have a
maybe have a rotating seat, maybe, or something. I don't know, or maybe have a dedicated series or dedicated car just for keeping women in the series.
Which I think that's a much better idea. Like you give them $500,000, it's not even enough to do a F3 season.
Maybe F3 and F4 should just have, say, 4 cars that are female only, instead of having the whole W series. Like,
that way it would get you could sneak the funding in as opposed to finishing 3 races early.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they have known that? That's kind of embarrassing though, that they're just going, oh, by the way.
Well, supposedly they had investors or sponsors or whatever that then pulled the funding.
But normally you've got a contract that says, hey, Matt, you make widgets. You're going to sponsor the W series to the end of the year and you'll give us $10 million. I'm like, yep, cool. Here's my contract. 7 races in. I'm like, oh, by the way, I'm good. I've put all my money in Bitcoin. I got nothing left.
Yeah, well, it depends on the widget company sponsoring. If it's like, say, Rich Energy, where the money never turns up.
I actually saw a Rich Energy car at Kmart. I was going to take a photo of it, but I thought the person might get suspicious that I was like a corporate spy.
Oh, was it an actual car with?
It was a black van that said Rich Energy on the side, and I said, "Look at that! It's a make-believe car, like a Ghostbusters van."
You should have taken photos.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh no!
When 2 of us click on it at the same time.
I can't. How can you? Why can't I click anymore?
Because you went on holiday and we took all your power away.
Did I ever have power?
Nah.
Yeah. But then you formatted your computer and lost the login.
Yeah.
No, I'm logged in. No, I'm logged in.
You were essentially Latifi. Buvy came along, scored more points than you, and essentially you're just on gardening duty.
You need to get your FIA points up.
Yeah, you're. Hey, Rob. Not to be a continuity, nitpicker, but why of a sudden your hat's just suddenly disappeared? It just seems a bit weird that you've.
People are asking you questions, Rob.
Oh, I did celebrate my GoTV points. That was very exciting, man.
Did you get a tattoo? Like
I wish I made a bet so I could get one. I wish you told me about the whole tattoo thing while I was overseas.
You can get one anyway.
Rob, we are not going to stop you from getting it. Also, Rob, I don't know if you missed it last week, but E-Scooter and I are in a cold war of points donation. For every point Latifi scores from now on, we are going to match dollar for points. So we've worked it out that he can potentially score 104 points, but I have matched it. I think last time we were there, I've matched it to $107 to Dave's channel.
Nice. I'll get a tattoo if
the backseat driver's Christmas party.
Oh, we need to talk about that off stream. I'll get a Latifi tattoo if he does go to IndyCar and he wins the Indy 500.
Ooh.
People will say Ericsson won the Indy 500.
Yeah. No, I'm bitter about that one. Pato should have won that.
Ericsson.
Yeah, but ovals. Yeah. How much experience did he have on ovals?
When's the Indy 500, Dave? How many days do we have to wait for this?
It's at the end of May.
It's freezing cold.
Oh, so that's
memorial.
Yeah. I'd always know when that I know when that's on. Tour de France is on, and some tennis game because it's always freezing.
110 points.
That's
110 if he gets
If he gets
driver.
110 points, Rob, he'll definitely be off last.
Yeah, he should have got it. Last.
110 points will get him into 7th.
But
Just
considering he didn't know which way to go around the track at Japan.
I like how he blamed
points.
everyone else but himself. It was.
Oh yeah. And then tell me you wouldn't do the same thing.
Yeah, I know when I go driving and I go the wrong way, I automatically just turn to whoever's next to me and go, "Oh, the car feels a bit weird." Matt, you turned right when you should have gone forward. The car's playing up.
Total car. Maybe his GPS was off. You know how it was there every now and then.
The GPS told me to go this way.
You know, if that was Yuki, he would have sworn at his race engineer. This car's great. Sorry, Dave.
Someone sent me something today. Not going to say who it is, Rob. The Gotifi had signed with Ganassi.
No, it was
I haven't seen anything official. Okay.
It was a rumor.
So technically, I called it last week where I wrote Gotifi. That's why I've left it up there because it shows how in the know I am.
Can he go back to F2?
No. We discussed this. You can't go back.
Wow. Right.
Yeah, but
he didn't win.
Yeah, there's certain the winner can't go back because Grosjean did go back.
But he didn't win. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah. And then he didn't win again.
Yeah.
And he's done all right in IndyCar.
Well,
he's gone backwards.
Last year he did all right, and then this year with Andretti, he should. If he wasn't crashing into teammates, he was going too slow to crash into anyone.
Yeah.
That was genuinely though. That was the biggest surprise of last year was how well he did.
Yeah.
At Coin, and then the biggest disappointment this year was how badly he did at Andretti.
Yeah. It didn't help the Penske boys were just on fire this year.
They were gone, and Ganassi was extremely good as well. When you think they had their 3 cars, let's not count the 4th one. They were like 3rd, 4th, and 6th or something in the championship.
Yeah.
Look at this. I think Jimmy already did that over the last couple of years. When they had their actual B team, that was when they were Target, and they had to have the B team in the separate factory and all that. That was a bit of a joke with Karam and I'm trying to think who else was there, because Graham Rahal was there for a year or two. Charlie Kimball was there as well. That was
Don't rule the Ganassi name.
How many Kiwis are in IndyCar right now? There's
2 more.
Some?
Well,
a couple?
Do we count Scott McLaughlin as a Kiwi?
See, he's almost an Aussie. Scott Dixon's been an American long enough.
Is he one of these Kiwis that we steal, except when it's convenient, like Russell Crowe?
Yeah.
Who's that?
He's a Kiwi Australian.
No, we gave him back. We gave him back after the telephone incident.
Oh, so we kept him for the Oscars, and then as soon as he stuffs up, we send him back.
Yeah, exactly. We handle back.
So we've decided that Scott McLaughlin is the 7th state.
Yeah, he's
when we're talking about Scott McLaughlin, New Zealand is the 7th state of Australia.
Was it?
Little Australia.
This is why McLaren is an Australian car company, because of Bruce McLaren was a Kiwi. So
the name of Bruce, he's Australian.
Yeah, so he's pretty much Australian, and it's an Australian car company now. They just make the cars in England.
Scotty, who's the second Kiwi? Because they're talking about Marcus Armstrong, isn't it? That's Kiwi. Huh. Apparently, he's trying to get a seat in IndyCar, and the link is he's mates with the Uncos bloke, Callum Ilott, apparently. So
he's done all right in F2. He started off a bit rough, but he's come all right.
Where's he running at the moment this year?
Oh, it's still running. I thought it was over.
I think there's one more round to go, but Dragovic is already.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, 'cause I haven't.
That's an actual New Zealand place.
Standings.
Oh, he is 12th.
Yeah. He had a bit of a shit start to the year, but
he looks like he's had a couple of ordinary.
10-0-0-6-6-8. I thought he'd won a race.
He came second by looks in Budapest and Spa.
Oh, hang on. No. How do I scroll? There we go.
You used a mouse, Rob.
This website isn't very good.
Yeah, he got a second. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. It's been very up and down, but when he's up, he seems to be good. He just needs a bit more up.
I mean, they're talking about Jack Doohan for Formula One, and he's a bit.
Yeah, he started off pretty horrible.
How many seats are left in F1,
3.
2.
So there's actually 2 left.
Yeah, Williams and Haas.
And is that I saw it before? Is that rumor that essentially Dan just needs to here we go. Hasn't King Haas just pretty much said all Dan needs to do is ring up and he'll get a seat?
I think Dan's given up from what he said.
He doesn't want to backmark a team, but he's never going to get a seat a front. He's not going to get a seat at Mercedes. McLaren won't want him back.
Wouldn't you want to at least to keep your people looking at you? At least
as I said though, say he goes to Haas.
Yep.
You would have to destroy Kevin Magnussen for any of the top teams to look at you.
He should.
If you beat him by a little bit.
Yeah, but shouldn't he be able to?
Yeah, but even if he beats him by a little bit, it's not like, beating Ocon by a little bit at Renault.
Yeah.
To get a look in, you would have to, because Kevin's someone that essentially got kicked out of Formula One and only got signed up because Sorokin decided to go to war with Ukraine. So he's a fill-in convenience.
So he wouldn't be that hard. Like, how much are you thinking that Dan needs to beat him by?
You would have to essentially what Albon and Russell have done to Latifi.
I mean,
you'd have to comprehend, no question, who is the team leader.
Oh, that wouldn't be too hard, would it? If Dan could get a control of his car,
he should do it. But would you take the risk when possibly if someone retires at the end of next year, you could be a shoo-in for that seat? I mean, they're talking about bringing Hulkenberg back.
But the thing is
how little faith they have in juniors.
Yeah, well, the thing is, though, what gives you more chance? If you sit out and do IndyCar for a bit and just, play a season of that, or at least if they see you and go, well, I know Dan Ricciardo is still in F1. I saw him race in the 2023 season. He destroyed his teammate. Or
that's what he would have to do, though.
But
whether he's then got the confidence to do that.
But the thing is, that would give you a better comparison than, that's like for like, as opposed to, well, he can do an IndyCar pretty well. Can he remember how F1 stuff works? I would have just thought you'd want to keep in the eyesight of everybody and have them at least go, well, he's still here. He's still racing along.
I really think he should have jumped into, try to get into the Williams, just try and smash Albon every week, show that he's still got it, and then move back up. But I think he's done. I think that's it. I think this is his last year.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I would have.
I think he would destroy either of those two.
Yeah.
But depending what your confidence is like, I mean, you've been destroyed by Norris essentially for 2 years. Except for one weekend in Monza.
I would have thought you'd stay at least in the F1 limelight as opposed to another racing.
I think he's going to sit out everything next year.
Yeah.
And just become a GoPro Optus ambassador.
just living on his wage that he was getting from McLaren for another year.
Oh yeah, he's still got
Gardening
his.
leave. Yeah, he's still getting paid to sit on the sideline.
Well, he's got GoPro money, and I think he's the face of EA Sports F1.
And he's also Apple Beats by Dre.
Is he?
And he's got his wine company.
And he's got his vineyard. Maybe he's he'll work on some new wine and a shoey.
Yeah. Maybe he'll do a booty or something. A high heely.
It is a loss to the category though next year because you've lost a couple of characters in Dan and Seb.
Yeah.
And then
I miss Seb. I like Seb.
Yeah. Who's gonna step in?
Well, it's all the new young kids.
Yeah, but the new young kids,
Oscar.
George is too busy complaining about every rule and getting out his little detective notepad and quoting every rule under the sun.
Oh.
And then you've got drivers that I forget are there.
Yeah.
The bottom 10, you could honestly forget were there.
Supposedly Max Verstappen has a teammate.
Does he?
Yeah.
I heard Dave is a big fan of old Max's mate. We'll call him.
That's how they say. That's how they bring under the cost cap.
Yeah. Oh.
Just call him Max mate.
Don't worry about the other car.
Yeah.
You don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, that's just
Max will score all the points and win the championships for us.
Yeah.
And the constructors championship.
Well, where are we on that one?
I think if they do well next race, you would think that it's done, right?
You think so? Well, it depends on if it's a full race or if it's a half race, or the race director is not sure how to do maths that day.
I'm pretty sure it's
Max is still 90 points away from winning the constructors championship as well
on his own.
Yeah.
So that's what the race and a half.
He's 21 points away from beating Mercedes.
Nice.
So he will beat Mercedes by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Do they give him a special little one? Like they give the big constructors championship and then a little one just for Max. Yeah.
I think he should get the big one.
No, they just give. Oh, maybe they call one the Max and Min. The Max constructors, that's for Max, and then the minimum one, which is the minimum required to win the constructors, and it's a little tiny one.
If they gave both the drivers a trophy, is Max's bigger compared to Perez's? Since he did most of the work.
I think Max's will be really big, and Perez's will be. Won't Perez's have a little?
Max will have the championship trophy, so he won't care about the constructors.
Is the Red Bull the second fastest car out there?
Who's the fastest?
Ferrari.
I think on a good day, the Ferrari is probably faster if they know how to change tyres and pick which tyres. And
over one lap, the Ferrari seems to be quicker. And
over a race, I mean,
and over a race, Perez is usually behind the Ferraris.
Yeah, but he's second in the championship now, so.
Yeah.
Although you've got to look at reliability and strategy.
Yeah, true. Although Ferrari have shot themselves in the foot multiple times.
Yeah.
What? Tell me more, Rob. No way Ferrari's done anything stupid.
They're starting to look like Jesus on the cross with all the holes in their feet and hands.
No, Ferrari have learned how to do counting over the holidays. They know how many tyres are on a car.
Yeah.
One steering wheel,
question?
3 tyres, and they've got 2 drivers, and they both need tyres. So 2 times 3 is 6. So they need 6 tyres.
Do you need tyres? Yes. Oh,
question.
Question.
Has anyone seen the third driver? Question.
Oh, that's my other question, Dave. Back to the catering cap.
Yeah.
Have they put down their findings, and was it sort of just a warning? Don't do it again.
No, at the moment it's all a bit of speculation on that. So
because Toto, I think Toto pretty much said, I'm just going to overspend next year because you idiots aren't going to do anything about it. I'm going to build myself a rocket car.
Well, the interesting thing with it is, though, if Red Bull genuinely believe that they are under, like
Genuinely, Dave.
Yeah.
Their lawyers genuinely believe that
Yeah.
they've gotten away with it.
Yeah, but if it's not, like, if this is a question over Newey's salary, then you can kind of go, hey, this is not on. Like, you can't do it this way. Like, Red Bull gets some kind of punishment, but not like kick him out of the championship or whatever.
No,
but then
that's
if someone, like Toto's come out like a little, honestly, he's come out like a little child.
Yeah.
Going, well, if they can spend more, I'm going to spend much more. Like, well, you're admitting that you're doing it wrong.
Dave, yeah, there was a ball and a foot team that used to spend money, and they famously pretty much said for every £1 they spend, we'll just spend 2. So it sounds like Toto and what's his name, the F1, the Ferrari guy. I'm going to call him Fibonacci.
Bonotto.
Nah, Fibonacci sounds more mathematically and fun. him and Fibonacci have cracked it, basically because, yeah, like you said, they've managed to spend. Yeah, it's not like they've gone out and just like spent $100 million and built themselves a brand new car that has like rockets on the edge of it, and Max has got a hat that's got like an Iron Man, overlay that tells him how to overtake and stuff. It does sound like they've, I wouldn't say misinterpreted the rules, but they've read the rules, differently.
This also means this year they've probably read the rules exactly the same, and they're going to be over this year as well. Because we're
100%. 100%. They will be over. And then Toto's brain will explode because he hasn't figured it out yet that if they've done it last year, they're probably doing it this year. And it's going to wait until next year when FIA come out and go, okay, well, look, you can't do this anymore. You've gotten away with it for 2 seasons. And then Toto throws a chair into a
The other thing, though, if Red Bull have done it, the others have done it too.
Oh,
It's just, yeah. It's like, what was it with the floor changes or whatever that we had earlier on in the year? Because everyone's like, oh, Red Bull's cheating with the floor, so they change the rules. And then, surprise, surprise, other people get fucked over too.
So, but I think you were telling me, Dave, it's how you interpret the rules. The first person to get caught, gets away with it. They're like, you can only wear hats on your head. And then you're like, fine, I'll wear 3 hats. And then like, no, we meant only 1 hat. But this, you can wear 3 hats. But if Matt tries to wear 3 hats, he's already been told that you can't do it. You can get away with it right now, but not anymore.
That's a great idea.
I would love to see this special credit card that has $150 million on it. Just a prepaid FBOS card.
It's the problem is, though, it gets very hard when the teams are building stuff themselves. And then I suppose when people are working overtime but not getting paid for it, and like maybe the wife's getting paid by a sister company or something like that.
Yeah.
Old
not like that ever happened before.
Not in any other sport. So basically, with this money, Dave, if us 3 were working at, say, Red Bull, and we're each making, I don't know, 200K because we're really clever engineers, that would be a part of the salary cap, right?
Yeah.
And so there'd be no chance then, certainly not right now, that Mr. Ginger Spice has gone, well done, everybody. We won the Constructors' Championship. You're all getting a 10 grand bonus. Now it'd be like, you're getting nothing. You're lucky to have a job.
Yeah.
Well, you get really good catering at the races.
But if
you get shares in Red Bull.
If you manage to design things cheaper than what they're supposed to be, do you get your bonus if you can rein things in?
I've had that discussion at many town hall meetings at companies I've worked at, Rob, and then companies have come back and said, yeah, but if we lose money, do we take it out of your salary? So I'd say no.
I love that excuse.
I would say Ginger Spice is going to go around and there'll be a global email that just pretty much says, here's what you're getting paid. That's it. That's all you get. You're not there's no bonuses this year. Unrelated, there is 150 lobsters sitting downstairs, which need to be eaten real quickly. So if you could all get rid of the evidence, that would be greatly appreciated.
So if Red Bull's not going to get punished till 2023,
Yep.
and this happened in 2021, so what's stopping Mercedes or anyone else going, screw it, let's spend an absolute fortune?
Because I think they've been warned now.
Next year, and then 2 years later we just pull out.
No, because I think they've been warned, and the FIA will have rules in place by then, and then Toto will crack it and say it's not fair. Like Adream said, Ginger Spice paid for the aerodynamic time, and she doesn't even work here.
Yeah. So what would be stopping someone like, say, Audi or Porsche who want to come in? What's stopping them going and building themselves a car now, spending an absolute fortune on it, taking it to every track, doing testing, saying it's Joe Bloggs Racing's car that they're playing around with just for shits and giggles, and then using that info.
There was a bit of rule changing. I think it was when Toyota were coming in.
Yeah.
Because the other the other teams were under testing restrictions.
Yeah.
And Toyota wasn't. So then, like when Haas came in, they weren't allowed to go testing the year before. Yeah. But they got to do all the wind tunnel testing they wanted.
Yeah.
What about if there was a new company called Bosch, which is like a German racing company,
Bosch,
but it's Ukrainian, and it has the Ukrainian flag, but also, you're not going to believe it, Dave, they have this premier engine development department run by Yuri. No, he's just a random bloke, but Yuri has this car that he wants to test. He needs to go to Spa, I don't know, for 2 weeks, and just putter around. He's just a really, really enthusiastic mechanic, and he's got like $100 million car.
See, the thing is though, now even with like the shaker rigs and things like that, you can get a fair bit done away from the track. Yeah. And that's why the spending caps come in now, because even though they limited track testing, then everyone goes and spends it on wind tunnels, CFD.
But what's stopping Porsche coming up to me and Rob and just going, hey, can you guys have no connection to Porsche, but I need you just to take this car, this undescribed car, just do 30 laps with it and come back with us this data.
That's the very hard thing. And then there's also, like, say you've got the whole weight of the Mercedes car company behind you, that someone in Stuttgart's not running CFD stuff overnight, and then
nothing's stopping people from just going, oh, by the way, we have this board of work that needs to be done. Oh, look at this, there's an F1 related task, but we've called it Operation Valkyrie, and we need someone to make sure that these tires work at 150 kilometers an hour. What's it for? Shut up, you're a tiny cog in this thing, and you're not getting a bonus. But here, have some more squid.
I think he's calling us normal people.
Yeah.
He's clearly never met us. I would say a normal person would be able to drive this Bosch supercar. I believe it has a V8 engine in it, and it would have 4
V8s.
Yep.
Do mad skids.
And it would do mad skids. And
imagine if you didn't have these overly complicated engines that cost an arm and a leg each year.
LS.
And you just had
LS.
Yeah. But
everyone
even
LS.
What were they paying?
Formula LS1.
Yeah. But the Formula 1 V8s at the end, they're only paying about $5 million a year for them.
Yeah. They can pay like $5 million is getting you a lot of LSs, especially from junkyards.
None of them end up in junkyards.
No.
Yeah.
I reckon it could be a fake chassis. Let them do front rear wing only. That's it. Monaco, no wings.
Are you just describing the new Formula W series we've done for cheap?
Yes.
Have we just saved Formula W?
Formally, the W stands for wings.
Nothing like a bunch of white men to save women from their racing conundrum. We are generally heroes. Give it up for us three men for saving the world. God, we are the best.
Yes.
Because you know how hard done by middle-aged white men are. We never get any credit for anything. Good work, guys.
And
Tick
with
that
that,
off the
we've
list.
been taken offline.
And we've just been cancelled.
Yeah, cancel culture's coming for us.
It's not here already.
We're still safe on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think.
You wait till you hear my theories on insert various race here.
I think we'll save that for the internal Christmas party.
Christmas party.
Where Rob drinks and explains all this.
I can be like your racist old uncle.
Gather around, kids. Let me tell you about the 1950s, where men were men and half of them died. But, you know, they were good. They had helmets made of leather and cheese.
Leather. I was looking at push bike helmets earlier today, and I don't like most of them. And I thought, can't I just get one of those old leather ones they used to wear?
The three that just had three weird little things.
Little leather bits. That'll do. Yeah,
because I think they were on cocaine most of the time. I wouldn't have felt anything when they fell off.
Yeah, I can do exactly the same. It'll make going to work much better. Ride my bike.
You wouldn't even need a bike, Rob. You could just fly to work.
Yes, exactly. I can do all the business stuff all the time.
You would be the business, Rob.
I would. Call me Mr. Business.
So yeah, clearly it's 40 minutes past. It's
Do we get in COTA predictions before it gets too out of control?
Look, let's have some predictions.
Are
we going to play it safe? Yeah, I see. Dave's being adventurous.
I'm going to go 40 seconds for Max.
40
seconds in the lead.
Okay.
Is that in front of Perez or?
That's in front of Charles.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. So
and who takes the third position?
Emilio Estevez. Actually, I don't know. Who else races these days?
And Rob, the question
what's the weather forecast?
Does Latifi score more points?
Is it going to rain? Because he's a wet weather specialist.
I don't think anyone's ever said wet weather specialist to. I mean, I know he can drive in wet weather. I wouldn't call him a specialist.
Where does Stroll come in Japan? Isn't he a wet weather specialist as well?
You got
isn't that the praise you give to someone, a back marker who's got points at a race that's wet?
He got beaten by a teammate.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Seb did all right there.
Yes, Seb.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. I'm gonna tell you, Rob, just because you
Lance
seem to like. All right. Rob, you're gonna like this. Latifi is not the last person on the list of who's going to score points, but he's still listed at $501 to score points.
I thought I only had a bet for if he would score points at all.
Who's the other one? Joe or Schumacher?
So basically, it's PlayStation 2, Bottas. Wait a minute. I think something. Oh no, Vettel, Gasly, Schumacher, both rich Canadians. Schumacher's son, K-Mag, the guy that everyone forgets, and Ocon. Oh, and Ricardo and Albon. They're all at 500
to score points.
I believe that is to. Oh no, that's to win. They've got no chance of.
Do we? Since Latifi's not in next year, do we replace him with Zhou?
Yes.
Considering Zhou was pretty horrible.
Also,
Zhou Tifi.
Yeah,
O'Keefe?
how is Joe Chiefy still in a job? He's like Johnny every bland man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure his merchandise is just a blank
Because they're
T-shirt.
going, please, that country bring a lot of money to my team.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're in a holding pattern until Audi starts paying for it.
And then they'll have 2 Chinese drivers.
Yeah. Oh, Lewis Hamilton's good value to come third.
Third? Oh, in the race.
But there's a bit of bouncing the back straight and that, which that might cause some issues for the Mercedes.
I want to see issues.
Also, there's $1.44 for the safety car to come out.
Is that it?
Yep.
But
there's a lot of runoff at Texas.
Yeah.
There's a lot of runoff.
Monaco last year where there was no safety car. Like you probably would have got more money for betting that there won't be a safety car.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go, Rob.
Yeah.
This is for you.
Thank you.
Winning by greater than 10 seconds, $2.85.
Yeah, I reckon Verstappen will do it. Well, is Verstappen going to turn up? Does he need to? Maybe he's just like, I don't need jet lag. Fuck it. I'll just stay at home, watch it on TV.
the problem is the guys these days just keep going.
Yeah.
Whereas in the old days, you would get that where they just kind of back off once they've won the championship.
Yeah. The old days where they'd be like sitting on the side of the car with a beer and a cigarette and 4 women around them.
But you also
that was the simpler time of the 70s, wasn't it?
No.
But you had guys like Schumacher as well that would give Barrichello a win at the end of the season once everything was wrapped up.
I believe that was his charity work, Dave. At the end of the year, he did a make-a-wish for the poor kids.
Thanks, little buddy. You can have a win.
That'll be Mexico. Verstappen will be in the lead. Perez will be behind him, and he'll have a bad stop.
Do you think they will do that at Mexico?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Give Checo a home win.
Language warning.
Yes, Dave, you know what will happen? He'll do that, and Toto will absolutely lose his shit. Even
How dare you let the second driver win?
Yeah, he will see
We had the policy where Bottas was not allowed to win.
It'll all depend on where they are in the race. Like if both Verstappen and Perez have a decent lead over everyone, they'll do something to swap them. But if it's too close, there's a chance of Ferrari will beat one of them, and it won't happen. Yeah.
I want to see Toto get angry again at something. I feel like there's still peak Toto this year.
I think there's too many headphones sitting there waiting to be broken.
I want to see an arm just go across a table and just wipe something across and just smack an apprentice, and he has to make like a public apology for hitting an apprentice.
Does work cover claims come under the budget cap?
Ooh. Do you reckon? You know what? Actually, I just realized that Dave Toto will tell that kid to sue him. They'll lose money and be like $10 million under the salary cap. That's genius work there. They just sue each other.
But if it's outside, you just go around slapping the employees. Here's a $10,000.
Yeah,
payment.
if they have to pay fines, that makes the company worth less, right?
Yeah, but like it doesn't come within the budget cap, so you can essentially just walk up to someone, give them a slap across the face, and then go, here's the harassment payment or whatever.
Have I harassed you yet? Not yet, Mr. Toto. Yeah. All right, well, piss off, you stupid ginger. Yeah. There you go. Here's 30 grand.
Yeah. Here's your bonus. Slap.
See, but I can't see Ginger Spice doing that. He seems too calm and collected.
Yeah. What is it?
They just have other creative ways. I'm not sure about Ricciardo.
Do you think Ricciardo will get a podium in the last 4 races?
No.
I think
he's pretty much checked out. He's like,
Rob,
I am turning up to get my paycheck.
He did all right at Japan, I think. Singapore.
Yeah.
Singapore. That was the
Singapore.
one.
Rob, who's getting more points in the last 4 races? Dan,
Mhm.
Gatifi, or I'm just going to pick a random random bottom of the grid. I'm going to say and everyone's forgotten Chinaman. Who's scoring more points in the last 4 races?
That's hard because Ricardo does have a decent car behind him.
Yeah, but I didn't say who's got a decent car. I said who's going to score the points.
But he does only have 29 points, so I'm going to go.
He could nearly double that with a race win.
Yeah.
And he still wouldn't be in front of his teammate.
So who's scoring the more points out of those 3?
Can I have Yuki? Can I take Yuki?
So you want to take Yuki over the 3 options that I've already given you?
Yep.
I mean,
Dan will score more points than him.
Did we find out who won the Uno game?
No.
The what? The what game?
Did we try to find out?
I'll be honest with you. I just remembered it now. I was hoping fact checker Buvy was here to, but he's also checked out now that he's not on.
Maybe he's on holidays.
Yeah, he's gone too.
Like, well, if Rob can go away for like 3 months, I can too.
I'm gone for the rest of the season. He's checked out.
I've checked out.
of this, or because your performance is, what we've come to expect.
Yeah, your performance. It's amazing how your head slides across every time. It's just weird.
Yeah. Thank you.
And your lips don't move. So we just who's getting 3rd in the Americas?
Me. I'm going to go Ocon.
Ocon for 3rd.
Yep.
Alonso then.
Yeah. I'm going to take...
It'd be the greatest drive from a rookie ever.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Norris gets another podium. Just to rub it in. Wait, does that mean if Buvy's on annual leave, does that mean Dave pays his employees and gives us annual leave?
You can have as much leave as you want.
When will this be paying for us to go to the races so we can? Is this part of the package?
Rob, I checked last week. It's not a part. It's above the salary cap, so we can't afford to go.
Because I was listening to another podcast today that does F1 talk, and they all fly to the races each week. I feel like maybe we'll get more people watching if we actually saw a race.
Make money question.
Yeah. I think Dave, if Latifi does well in the next 4 races, we may have enough money to catch the bus to Melbourne next year.
Ooh, no.
We wouldn't be able to get tickets, but
no, we're not getting tickets, but we can catch the bus there.
Okay.
Dave will be driving for us. He's DD for us next year.
I was thinking
I did drive in this year.
I was supposed to go in on a helicopter, but someone had pneumonia.
The helicopter driver, or
the helicopter?
Me. I gave my workmate one of my tickets so he could fly there.
Rob, that sounds like a Rob problem, not an us problem.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it was still COVID season, and having a guy in there coughing his lungs up all day and sweating didn't
sounds like a Rob thing.
They had a private booth at the end of the main straight.
Will it be available next year for 2 of your best friends?
No. It took me 12 years of working at this company to finally get an invite.
And you didn't turn up.
I blew it. I had tickets in 2020, and it never happened. And then I got pneumonia for the next one. So if I get invited next year, I'm sorry for everyone. Maybe another pandemic. Or I may be sick again. One of the two.
Oh, here we go. Rob, first car to retire. Latifi, $12.50.
No, he won't retire first. He never retires first. First car to retire, Schumacher.
Yep, Schumacher, $9. PlayStation 2, Yuki, Forgotten Chinaman, and then Latifi.
What are your thoughts on like a balance of power for the cars? Like have a weight penalty for them, or
So
even
Max.
Do you then go driver or team?
driver. Oh,
so you're telling me
bit of both.
If Max is wait, I've got an idea. Max is how many points in front? Doing some simple maths. He's 113 points in front. So should he have a ballast thing of 113 kilos just stuck around the car, like when you balance a wheel?
Yeah. No, I just think the cars need to be.
Well, that would then it kind of discourages spending more money.
Well, they don't want to spend any more money. They can't.
They're not allowed to.
Yeah, but if you're then having to carry more weight.
Yeah. Yeah. But at least it might bring people a bit closer to each other. Because the cars can now follow. So I've been told every single race 30 times. They just can't.
Yeah, well, they have been able to at most tracks. Singapore was a bit of a flop, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't really remember Singapore.
Most you were on holidays, weren't you?
Yeah, and I was trying to watch KO through a VPN, and it was not.
No, it never works. We tried that in Hawaii. It doesn't work.
No.
And then certain apps tell you, "Oh, I noticed you're overseas. You're probably trying to watch this, but we're not going to let you."
Well, at least Japan, I had what's it called, the whatever they talk about on the commentary every week, the
car racing,
Sky F1,
a TV.
Yeah, I had a TV.
You had a TV.
Sky F1 channel. So
did you push the red button?
I had a red button. It didn't do nothing. So I had to wake up at 6 a.m. extremely hungover of watching from drinking cocktails all night because I was working.
Yeah, so far this working's. Dave, do you work for a beer company or a cocktail?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense then. Sorry to have doubted you, Rob.
Yeah, I didn't have a Sky Q remote. But I had the generic Samsung remote that was in the 5.
Rob, it sounds like you're working right now with those with those birds.
Sorry. I'm supposed to turn away from the.
We can all pull that.
Yeah.
I don't like working.
I have a pen.
I have a knife for opening boxes.
Calculator.
Oh, look out! I have the same cat. Is that the same calculator?
No, I think
why do you two nerds have a calculator on your desk?
One
to calculate pricing.
So this is why we would do well at Red Bull.
Yeah.
We
I would
check
have thought
things.
that I'm the nerdiest here, but you two nerds have Hey, Dave, Rob, just quickly, can you show me your pocket protectors? Who's got a bigger one?
I have a big pocket.
You got to do it upside down, Dave.
Can I have?
Yeah, boobies.
This thing, and it's got multiple. Oh, hang on.
You're not even using them.
I'm not.
Rob, are we gonna do a stream at your place one day where you're gonna
It's
do
got
some sort of F1 race?
It's got multiple unicorns now.
It's good to see that work pays you enough to buy a unicorn deck.
Well, I had it all set up, and then I went and formatted my computer, didn't I? So all the settings are gone. Now I don't know what to do with it again.
Hey, Dave, is Rob sounding more and more like Latifi? Everything else is someone else's problem. It's never him.
And he's got all this budget to buy all this stupid stuff.
He's got all this money to buy all this stuff, and what's his result? Absolutely nothing.
Turn up with a jar of Nutella next week and just.
We won't talk about what I bought this week.
Rob, are you Canadian by any chance?
Hey. Sorry.
They'd still get the wrong answer.
Dave could work it out on his little his booby calculator.
Let's do that. 1 + 2 +
Yep. No, that's it. You're done.
Oh, we're done. Sweet.
You're done.
3.
Done. 3. Done. We got it.
Pit stop time. Go, go,
We
go.
are solving all the world's problems tonight. I'd have to say
I
this
am so smart.
58008.
Yeah, no, we did. But Dave wrote boobies. You just wrote boobs. That's why he's the chief calculator guy. And you're
Which
only
is better. Wow, this has really gone off the rails tonight.
Rob's
I'm
back. It goes back. It goes off the rails quicker. I've got my off the rails, mate.
What's this podcast about again?
It's you and Rob, me and you just talking whatever's on our mind.
Max is trying to bring us back to reality.
All right, Max. Let's. I actually saw this. They've
I saw something on
doing
Twitter
some
about
construction, aren't they?
Yeah, they're changing.
It actually
corner.
looks more streamlined.
it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the corners they got rid of are pretty meh anyway.
There's a few meh corners on that circuit.
How do they decide on when they're going to change the track? Because it looks like they've had the F1, they've had the race, and then gone, hey Rob, Dave, this didn't go as well as it could have. What are your thoughts about?
No, there's some construction going on, so they have to work around the construction
for next year.
Yeah. So this Toronto, it's happened on the IndyCar street circuit.
Yeah.
Where they've had some construction there, and then the buildings actually changed. So they had to change the circuit around the buildings.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's not.
Yeah. Okay. Other sports I've seen, they've actually had the workmen in the background collecting the sports balls.
There's other sports.
There's other sports. Rob was going to go to one while he was working from.
Sports. I don't remember sports.
What happened to the East Coast Championship?
Nothing. I reckon it's gone the way of the W Series.
Didn't they post something the other week?
I didn't see it.
Instagram or something, maybe Twitter. They posted something.
They did highlights.
There was highlights?
Yeah, from the last 2 races. Here we go. Watch some best moments of e-scooting.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's the last. That's just making a highlight package of the last 2 races.
Was there highlights?
Yeah, they went around.
I asked this question, and Matt said apparently there was.
Yeah.
You could just go on the bike and walking trails near me, and it's like there's an e-scooter championship going on.
Yeah, go to other countries like London. There were thousands of
everywhere.
Things. Yeah. They don't have to wear
helmets.
Worse than
here. Yeah, that's the weird thing. The amount of people running around on those kind of things without any protection.
Yeah.
It's surprising considering, like, on bikes here, we have to wear helmets.
Yeah.
And then, the amount of people running around on those things.
Can we talk? Are we allowed to talk about other motorsports?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
NASCAR? Did anyone see
I didn't see it, but I heard it was a bit of a crap shoot.
Yeah, Bubba Wallace. He kind of got taken out. He kind of got squeezed, but like I can't even remember his name now. Kind of pushed him up towards the wall. Didn't actually touch him, but then Bubba took him out, drove into him, and then goes over and starts trying to punch on with him. But yeah, he's, what he got? $35,000 penalty, 30 points, and out of the next race.
Ooh, they actually kicked him out of the race.
Yeah, is $30,000 a big fine for NASCAR?
Not really.
No.
But 30 points would be, wouldn't it?
No, they get like 17,000 a year.
Oh, so basically missing a race, those will slap on a wrist.
You know how Formula One's like ridiculous now with the amount of points you get. NASCAR's been ridiculous for
Kyle Larson,
ever.
sorry.
You get like 400 points for a win or something.
What?
Oh, it's just
That's how many points Max Verstappen has already, and
yeah.
that's probably his.
I thought the supercars point score was pretty ridiculous, but this is just
they get 4 million a race, don't they? For every lap you lead, you get 10,000 points. And if your wheels stay on the ground, you get a point for every time all 4 wheels.
I think as long as you start the race, you get points or something, and then
So the current leader in the Cup Series has 4,084 points.
That was pretty close.
There's only 40 points between the top 5 too.
Are they in the chase now, or is
don't
because they reset the points for the chase?
They reset it for the chase.
Yeah,
or for the playoffs or whatever the hell it is.
The playoffs.
They've made it so.
Oh, mate, you should look into these rules. You would love it.
I'm surprised they don't have multiple different areas and like basketball and then have a playoff at the end.
Oh wow, they have a.
Yeah.
You're not.
But they have different stages of the race or something as well now, don't they?
Yeah, they have like 3 stages of the race. And
if anyone would like to come on and try and explain how NASCAR works nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, I can read the wiki page and try to explain it next week.
Kimi Räikkönen has 1 point.
1?
Yeah.
And he didn't even finish the race, did he? He crashed out.
He's the Latifi of NASCAR, I've decided.
No. That's Daniel Kvyat, who's done many races now and he's still 60th out of 62.
Has Kvyat done NASCAR races?
Yeah, he's been racing like every week.
Dead set. Who for?
Hang on, let me bring that up. He's racing at Toyota for. He's still a Russian driver too. I'm surprised he's
allowed.
Yeah, because America is
NASCAR. Team Hezberg. Some backmarker.
Thinking music for Rob.
Yeah, sorry. Team Hezberg.
Who the hell is Team Hezberg?
Hang on.
That does not sound like.
Is a European-American professional stock car racing team competes part-time in NASCAR Cup Series, fielding the number 26 Toyota Camry for Daniel Kvyat and the number 27 Mustang for Lorenzo Hermes and Hezmes.
Did you just say Toyota Camry?
Yeah, they race Camrys in.
Camry, yeah. It's a pretty much
Camry.
Just like a Camry. You would not be able to tell the difference between a NASCAR Camry and a street-going Camry.
What is Ford still racing the Mustang?
Yeah. Their Mustang was way different to our Mustang.
Yeah.
In the Super
and
Mustang.
Our Mustang doesn't look like a Mustang. And
the four-door AU Falcon.
Theirs is, What's Chev racing now? Because they were racing the Commodore for a bit.
Yeah, that's long gone.
It's only the 3, isn't it?
Next gen cars. We've got music, please.
Wow, you weren't kidding. They drive a Camry in the NASCAR.
Yeah.
I could essentially.
You could go and buy a NASCAR from Toyota.
Yeah.
I would like you to go to Toyota this weekend.
And
ask for a NASCAR Camry.
NASCAR Camry.
NASCAR Camry Melbourne. No.
I can't even find what it is. I think it's a Camaro.
When did this happen, Dave? Why was I not informed earlier of this hilarious news?
Forever. It's a Camaro. If I'm looking, ZL1 Camaro, yeah.
Are they equal power, Dave? All these cars?
Different engines?
Yes. Yeah, they're different engines, but what are they? They're like a 5.8 litre V8 or something. I think they're limited.
So are they different classes then, or is the Camry racing in the same class as?
All one class.
Because over in America, you can buy a 5.8 litre front-wheel drive Camry hybrid.
What?
For taxis
This is blowing my mind. Have they got a tissue box in the back?
Yeah. The race car actually has beaded seat covers. So.
And it's got a little meter, and then the guy says, "Where will I take you?" And he never listens to you.
And he's just constantly mumbling on his headset the whole race. And that's you. Okay.
All right.
You know what they're talking.
Dave, how many? There's like 36 races in NASCAR. That's almost F1 next year level.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, NASCAR will tell you it's easy to do like 30 odd races a year. Easy. What are the Formula One guys complaining about 25 races?
Exactly.
They do one every.
The best race they do is on dirt. They do a dirt oval, and it is the greatest race in the world.
Is it the Roval?
No, it's not a Roval, because a Roval is a oval road.
Oh,
Bristol.
How stupid of me!
It's the Bristol Dirt Motor Speedway. They cover the
photos of that, Matt.
Holy crap!
It looks like a video game.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
What about the Coliseum?
Dave, there's more than 36 races because some of them aren't even labelled.
Yes.
On the first one is the Daytona. Oh, this is blowing my mind. I'm gonna. I know what I'm doing tomorrow. I am.
Can we have like a watch day watching Bristol Dirt? This is like one of my favorite races of the year.
Maybe.
It's ridiculous. Have we lost all the viewers now?
No, they're still here. They want to know.
No one's commented in nearly 8 minutes, so
I think they've given up.
No, here we go.
I don't know if that was me. It doesn't work. That's a photo of the NASCAR Coliseum race.
So cool.
Dave, I've got some questions for you about NASCAR. Quickly, what I've learned. So
yeah, I'll see if I can answer them because I'm not a NASCAR.
There are 26 normal races, right? And they end in August. And then you have the NASCAR playoffs.
Yes.
And then you have 3 races for the round of 16, 3 for the round of 12, 3 for the round of 8, and then you have a championship race, which is championship 4. Is that only 4 races? 4 people?
No, so everyone's still in the race. So at the end of the normal season, the top it's weird because it's like if you win a race, you get into the playoffs. So I think it's all the guys who've won a race, and then if there's say only 10 guys who won a race, the other 6 who are closest or whatever get into the playoff. And then so they have 3 races, and then 4 guys get eliminated from them. But all the 36 cars or whatever will still be in those races.
Oh, or Eastcote has got a proper question.
Oh, greatest motor race of all.
I'm going to say Le Mans 24-hour. Or Bathurst,
or single race, like
single race, or
say the 2022 Bathurst 1000, or the 1996 Indy 500, or
unless you're, where is his Gravel?
Bathurst is the one race each year I will sit there all day, not move, watch live.
Single race, so, isn't it the 2014 Bathurst?
That was probably one of my favourite races of all time.
91 Le Mans where Mazda won.
I was just going to say, and who won that race, Matthew?
But they didn't win because they were the fastest. They won because of other reasons.
Rob, history will go down that they won.
They won, and that's all I care about. And Toyota only was the second Japanese manufacturer to win because there was no one racing against them.
No, they had the best rookie of all time.
Yeah.
Alonso. 2014 Bathurst 1000, that was probably the best finish ever.
Alonso.
That was an amazing last lap. And that was a very good day.
Alonso.
Actually, I really, really like the 2005 Bathurst.
I
Because
can't remember individual races.
I sat there with 2 Ford fans during the day, and I think Lowndesy went off and was dominating the start of the race, and Scaife and Kelly were just sitting there around 5th, and they're going, "Oh, your guys are doing no good." And I'm like, just you wait. And Lowndesy had his crash and all that, and everyone else had problems. And then we got to the end of that buy a ticket to the last safety car, and Scaife was there in the lead and just drove away from the rest of the field. And I went, yeah, stick that up your pipe, you 2 Ford fans.
I dislike Scaife.
That was a brilliant day. Scaife as a commentator, like, get rid of him every day of the week.
Yeah, I don't know. He just
Scaife took over Brock's seat at HRT.
Yeah, Brock. I've got things about Brock I don't like.
Well,
he's pretty much an original Australian fucking conspiracy theory nutter.
As a child, though, I remember I went to Patterson Cheney Holden, and I got to sit in his race car as a 6-year-old or whatever at the time.
Did you get to touch the polarizer?
Oh, that's right.
That would have been, because it was a video.
If Brock was around now, he would be doing videos on YouTube telling people that COVID was fake.
Oh, he's an absolute nut job.
Oh, yeah.
He did
but as a child,
yeah.
Oh, if you put this box of crystals in the car, it will align its juju and it will go faster.
I remember that.
Have you got one in your Commodore? No, you don't have a Commodore anymore. You got one in your BMW?
No.
It's so hard to find.
There's no juju in that.
It's so hard to get one these days as well.
What, the Juju aligner?
Polarizer? Yeah.
Polarizer, yeah.
eBay.
Just on single races, it was a very bad outcome. But the 2008 Brazilian Grand Prix, that was... I was watching that at 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and I was like out of my seat, jumping at the TV and screaming and cheering and everything. And then Glock.
Timo Glock?
Yeah. Let his mate pass, and it all came crashing down. Felipe Massa wasn't the champion.
I think another poor answer, 2018 Monaco, because everyone loves Dan.
2021 Monza, that was actually... there was a big lead up to that. Like, sitting there, like, he could actually, like, from qualifying on Saturday, or the sprint race, like, Dan could actually win this race. And then he did.
Oh, the worst race ever. Would that be, I can answer this, Dave, 2005 America? Was that the...
Yeah, I genuinely didn't bother watching. Because
I've seen
knew what was... Yeah, so, well, what I did... Because typically, especially then, I would stay up and watch Grand Prix or get up early. And kind of preempting what was going to happen, I genuinely didn't bother getting up or anything for it, and then just went to watch it like the next night.
Because that would have to be up.
Two Grand Prix since 1994 when I started watching Formula One. The end of 94. There's only 2 that I've not really watched.
This one and...
there was something personal going on at the time.
I
genuinely forgot.
Tell us about the personal things.
Yeah, Dave, tell us personal things.
I found out someone was not being faithful.
Sorry.
And I genuinely forgot that there was a Grand Prix on that weekend.
I thought I told you, Dave.
It was the one where Hamilton and Alonso had their qualifying.
Oh, wait a minute. Buvy, fact checker here. So, Buvy, let me quickly run through it. We sold Formula W.
Because you're late.
It was like 35 minutes of car talk.
Yep.
And then it went totally off the rails.
No, but we
40 minutes.
We sold Formula W. We sold Formula W.
Did you even see me go before?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, damn
yeah,
We were trying not to point it out.
yeah.
Gosh,
It's so
really
obvious
shouldn't have
now, Rob.
told
We
you.
don't even point it out.
I really shouldn't have told you.
Oh no, it looks pretty bad, Rob. I don't know how clever you think you are, but
I thought it looked pretty good.
Yeah.
It impressed me because I've got no idea how to do it. So
I also like how his lips aren't moving when any of this happens. Yeah,
Yeah.
Buvy's going to get a 10-second penalty next time he's on. Just for...
I'm nodding in agreement.
You know what you need, Rob? You need to have a ventriloquist dummy next to you just to really sell it. And then have it like... Actually, next week, I want you to dress up as Toto and I want you to have a George Russell doll and you make it do all its little talking.
I reckon I could almost get some AI going and have just a picture of me, and I could be sitting on the couch and just like replying from there with a microphone, and have
you know
it, like,
what, Rob? No one would
talking.
notice the dip in quality.
No, it would be no. I could
you know
actually.
what you could also do rather than put in all this effort to do this.
Yeah.
Actually prepare for.
Yeah. You know what I could do? I could actually have a headset while I'm playing tennis, and I could keep playing tennis, and I could just talk and
You
play
are
tennis.
so Latifi now. I will just be playing tennis when I do my talk because I play tennis, and I say, "Wait, Gregory, hit the ball back to me, please, because I play tennis at my manor. Daddy owns me a race car company, and I have a horse."
I bought a new tennis bat, and I really like it. It's
A
all
tennis bat? What's a tennis bat?
That's like what I'd call it.
Yeah.
Stand back! I've got my new tennis bat. I'm gonna hit it for a touchdown.
Yeah, I go play whack fuck. I'm not good at the game. I just do it.
I think we're well past that tonight.
I think if you combine it with every other sport, I think you're okay. You sneak it through. So we've covered the next race.
Everything.
I think we've done quite well this week. We've solved a lot of problems.
For women drivers.
Yep. We've found out Rob is a
We fixed
fancy
the
dandy
W
man
series.
who plays fancy other sports and is the Latifi of podcasts.
Yeah. Well, Dave rides a fancy road bike. He's a mammal.
Yeah, well, we've done that for years.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I didn't even need a road bike to do it. I used to do that I do it on my cross-country mountain bike too.
Nice.
Oh yeah, and we solved the problem with e-scooters just going to have a credit card with all the F1 teams.
Yeah.
He's going to pay for everything.
Basically, there's going to be a red one that says Ferrari, an orange one that says McLaren, a can of Red Bull will.
Red Bull
the orange one says.
No, Red Bull
McLaren.
gets a 6-pack.
The McLaren one says. Sorry, the orange one says McLaren, and then in brackets, no Dan.
See,
Dan
that's
gets his
smart.
own
Paying Dan isn't part of the budget cap.
No.
So that's probably why they didn't care, because they're like, we're going to be fine.
Well, so this is why they're getting rid of him, because he's no good with the technical side. So they need to pay someone a shitload of money who's good at racing and is good at technical, who can develop some aero.
Is
on
that
the side.
Piastri?
Yeah, Piastri. He's good. He does everything.
Is he an aerospace engineer?
Must be.
Yeah.
But what I find funny though, McLaren were in financial trouble during COVID. Like they sold the factory and leased it back and things like that.
Yeah.
And now it's like, we could just pay Dan out of his contract. Who cares? It's only $10 million or whatever.
I'm assuming Zach's just like dug into his pockets because he seems to have enough money to do anything and everything he ever wants to do in life.
He wouldn't be digging into his own pocket for that.
No.
He just digs into his pocket to buy his collector's cars.
Yeah. Like racing his V8 supercar around Laguna Seca a week after being in Australia on a microphone to a supercar team that he runs. Hang on, what team does he look after? Is it? I can't see that
one. That one.
Walkinshaw, Andretti United.
Hey, what? Isn't Walkinshaw, Andretti?
Walkinshaw, Andretti, Zach Brown. Zach Brown's United Autosports.
But then Andretti's his opposition in IndyCar.
Yeah.
Synergy.
Oh God. I'm surprised he's not part of like Red Bull, IndyCar, McLaren to just make everything even weirder. Like
this is why you need to hire 42 drivers.
And then McLaren, Ferrari, Formula One, Mercedes team. Oh, he's got Mercedes in the McLaren.
Yeah.
Rob, I told you they're all just together. It's a part of the Illuminati triangle.
The dude has too many fingers in too many honeypots.
And you can see by his size.
Very, very sticky.
And on that note,
I think we're turning this into Rob's fantasy line, so that means Dave and I can leave.
Yeah. If anyone else wants to hang around, Rob charges $2.95 a minute.
Way too much. I'll later. How to get one of those microphones with the ears on it, and I'll just go, Zach Brown. Zach Brown.
Are you going to do that AMFMR?
Huh?
The viewers have actually gone up in the last 3 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Rob, we got to keep doing this.
Now they're dropping.
On Freddie.
Only fans.
Race of America.
Doesn't work with your little microphone. Gets all distorted.
I'll just stroke it. I'll be visual. You can watch me stroke it.
Anyway.
So, glad to be back. Glad to be back.
We'll see you again next week, or have you got another holiday planned?
No, I'll be back. I will, middle November, I'll be away, but I'm guessing we're going to have a Christmas. Are we having a Christmas break, or we
We will, yes, we'll need.
Are we just going to talk our way through the no?
I think we'll have a Christmas break, and then
can we live
try
stream?
We'll be back party? First week of January. Well, we need to work that out.
Yeah,
we'll live stream our Christmas party. All right. Hey, Buvy, thanks for keeping my seat warm. It was very awkward you being in my house. In my seat. But
we'll see you all next week.
I'm getting told off. I'm getting the sign.
Good night.